Welcome back. You're watching Sport on Prime. Now, canoeing pair dubbed the Dream Team, Siseko Ntondini and Sbonelo Khwela continue to blaze a trail in the water in their chosen sport. The Dream Team finished third in this year's Dusi Canoe Marathon, where they pushed eventual champions McGregor and Andy Birkett all the way. Sbonelo has won the Dusi before, while Siseko is the subject of a film, Beyond the River, and the two continue to make waves wherever they go. My guests tonight are Siseko Ntondini and Sbonelo Khwela. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Simon, for having us.
Right, well, Sbonelo, as the senior member of the pair, how long has this partnership been in existence?
It's only 3 months. Siseko came down to Durban November, end of November. Yes, he came to my house. We're staying together. We're training together for Dusi.
Yes, and it was there that you learned the ins and outs of the Dusi River and which lies to take, which obviously worked in your guys' favor because you were leading on the last day.
That's true, Simon. If you want to do well in Dusi, you have to go there and stay in the valley and know every lines, because if you're staying here in Joburg, there's no river, there's no mountain that you can run on.
Yeah. So, Sbonelo, that is canoeing's equivalent of a game plan, I'm going to assume, is when you've got to figure out what the river is going to hold in store for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why we sat down with Siseko and we agreed to each other that it would be better if Siseko comes down to Durban, because that's where the Dusi happening. And yeah, and to have the chance as well to trip down from Umgeni. Yeah, we did have quite few chances to trip, although there was no enough water in the rivers, and that's why we end up making maybe some few mistakes on the river, because we didn't even, especially on day 3, we didn't even go there even once because there was no water down to under dam. But because I was quite so happy on Masa this, so we did camp. We trained hard because we were training for number 1. But we all know that Dusi is a tough race. Anything goes wrong, you lose your race.
But you guys did exceptionally well. Siseko, I think that incident that happened on the 3rd day on the rapid, the Mango Rapid, am I correct in assuming? It's the kind of thing that's going to spur this team on for next year. Tell us about what happened and how the race evolved from there.
Actually, you know what happened in Mango Rapid? They told us before the race, or we knew before the race, that there will be a portage before Mango Rapid. And suddenly when we arrived there, we took off our splash shoe. And sadly, there was no portage. We had to go through the rapid.
Okay.
So we had to stop and put on our splashes, but it was late. We couldn't put on our splashes. We went through that rapid and the water just poured in our boat, and we couldn't continue paddling with the boat full of water. So I had to go in the side and empty.
But Sbonelo, you guys did recover to finish 3rd, so a huge result. And as I was saying to Siseko, the kind of thing that I assume is going to spur this partnership on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was so happy that we managed to get into that, because Dusi is a big race, so you can't just give up after a long training that you have put in together with your partner. And it's always helping to come down in such a race like Dusi. If you make a mistake, but it happens on a day, so you can't just give up. And I was quite so happy that we managed to come back to our minds with Siseko, and we continue to rest the guys and give them a hard race to finish that.
Absolutely. So Siseko, what does the year hold for you guys in terms of canoeing, marathon canoeing?
Marathon canoeing is actually, now I'm back in Joburg. I have to focus on my studies. I have to focus on my work. So I think I'll do another Dusi Sbonelo in 2020.
Yes.
If he's keen to give it a go, man. We had to claim our goal. We have to claim our position in 2020. I think so.
And so that's the deal, Sbonelo. It's same again next year.
Yeah, no, definitely on 2020. That is the best that's ringing on my mind. That we need to fix our mistakes, because we did see where we make mistakes, and we saw that if we can fix there and there, we have a better chance to win the Dusi, because we were so strong. We did give the guys the race. When you look back to on day 2, we end up being together. Andy and Hank, they were 1 minute 56 from the day on day 2. But we managed to close the gap. We finished all together in under them. This shows how strong we were with Siseko. Yeah, then we made mistake there and there. I think that we still need to sit down and see exactly where we made mistake, and so that we can fix our mistakes and and go for a win in 2020.
Right, so as a seasoned campaigner of the Dusi Canoe Marathon, this is your partner going forward. What are you going to be doing in the coming year to prepare?
Yeah, there are some few races that I've targeted. Like next week on the 2nd of March, I'm racing non-stop. Non-stop, we call it non-stop because it's a one-day Dusi. You go once Tuesday, 3-day race, non-stop, it's a one-day Tuesday.
So you just heighten up the intensity?
I'm
just for fun.
For all this week, I've been relaxing, trying to recover from after Tuesday. Then next week, I'm back in my boat, going for non-stop.
Yeah. So Siseko, I assume you're going to also be in touch with the Soweto Canoe and Recreation Club, the club that gave you your start in the sport and helped you to realize what you're capable of.
Yeah, that's true, Simon. But now I had to go back at my work. I'm working at Edridge, so I have to finish all my work because I was away for 2 months. So I still got a lot of work to cover, and I had to focus on my school. So,
wow! So you got your work cut out for you.
So I don't think non-stop will be my another goal in a couple of weeks to come. I'll just relax and have a joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, the sport of canoeing, what does it mean to you? And how can other kids get involved in this?
The sport of canoeing, to me, firstly, I started canoeing as for fun. I thought it was a white sport thing. I thought black people are not doing well. And suddenly, luckily, I went to KZN. It's where I saw black people are doing well. So the sport of canoeing can change your life. You meet great people there. You meet people who own a lot of companies, and they see potential on yourself. They teach us how. They're not teaching us only canoeing. They're also telling us about our careers, and they took us to school.
Right. No, absolutely. And also, Sbonelo, coming from KZN, it's special to be on the river, isn't it? There's something magical about going through the Midlands.
Yeah, no, definitely, Simon. It's always special to be in the river because as we blacks, we used to go down in the river and swim there, or taking our cows down to relax and have some fun in the river. But to be in a boat, to paddle down the river with the boat is something that's quite different and quite exciting as well to us as black people. So I was quite so excited to be nominated or to be called as Umzinyathi Development guys to be joined down by the club. Yeah, and then from there I saw that maybe I can do a living with this thing. Then from 2008, that's where I started to follow my dream.
Absolutely.
Until today, I haven't looked back.
Right, so we need to get more kids down at the boathouses and involved. But gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. An incredible story, and we will be monitoring the Dusi next year to see where you guys finish.
Thanks, Simon.
And avoid the mango wrap.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Simon.
We're going to take a very quick break, but we'll be right back.